Twitch versus YouTube. They recently just announced basically like that they're getting rid of 70-30 splits forever. For everyone forever. So the best you can ever hope for on the website is a 50-50 split. That just like ethically doesn't feel good to me, right? When people like Curry is gifting subs, like I'm sure he's not doing that because he really wants to support Amazon, right? It's probably because he wants to support me. And Twitch has announced that they are completely getting rid of all 70-30 splits for subs and shit. So with that aside, there's also the issue on the way Twitch has absolutely no algorithm. In general, they seem to be moving in a direction where they are making the platform worse and worse, not better and better. And then YouTube, literally at the same exact time, like on the same days or like one day before, Twitch announces shitty changes. YouTube is announcing more and more positive changes. They're monetizing shorts for creators, like actually fully monetize them with just like a nice even ad split. They're lowering, like, which this part doesn't really help me since I already like got lucky and broke through this shit, but they're lowering like the thresholds for getting into the partner program. They're adding things like super chats and super thanks and all that type of stuff, and becoming members and shit to channels that like haven't even quite made it all the way to the YouTube partner program. So they're doing a lot of like positive steps forward. You have the algorithm. My channel overall has been kind of like suffering. I think that splitting my audience to Twitch and YouTube has actually been hurting me for the past like 3+ months. It definitely hasn't helped my channel at all, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've been doing this for like significantly like over 3 months, and I've only gained like 20 followers in the entire time. I think I've been maybe like making the fucking wrong decision coming over here, even though like Twitch is simpler to stream on. You just hit go live. You don't have to do any extra setup stuff. You don't have to make thumbnails, etc. You know, it's easier to hit the button and go live, but it's not, it just doesn't have like, there's literally no algorithm. So I just feel like I've potentially been hurting myself for the past several months trying to do this. Whereas if I had been doing the live streams on YouTube, there's a good chance that like everything kind of works together and helps the other things grow. And at minimum, it's more watch time. You know, like at minimum, it's more watch time for my channel at least, which like, if you don't get enough watch time, like eventually you can lose your YouTube partnership. And my channel's not been doing super well. I'm actually concerned that like I wouldn't hit the numbers again in the next year. How's it going, KDDW? Doing all right, man. We're just kind of hanging out, discussing the Twitch versus YouTube. Twitch been making a bunch of shitty changes while YouTube makes more and more positive changes. Also, I gotta be honest, I'm just not so sure I want to be professionally associated with Twitch at this point, with like how much just kind of like gross shit that there is on this platform at this point, from the drama and the crazy shit with the sexual assaults and the, you know, scamming people and all that, you know, all that stuff, to the hot tub streams and the softcore porn and everything else that like Twitch just doesn't do anything about any of it. Even with their new little thing on the gambling, they're not really doing anything about gambling, right? They are doing something about gambling only for like very select specific things while making a big, huge loophole. And essentially they're like, they're almost like crushing the competition in favor of the sports deal they got. Because apparently they've got some like multi-billion-dollar deal with like the NFL, right? So of course the sports betting and shit, there's nothing happening to the sports betting, you know? And the slicker dude, right, who started the entire drama about the gambling, which is what helped them like actually, right, get all this shit going. And people were like doing like this whole Twitter thing, you know, all these people like on the hashtag like Twitch stop gambling or whatever. The dude who like popped all that off, it was sports gambling, and they're like completely ignoring the sports gambling. I don't know, man. Like Twitch just has the way it's being run at the top, right? It's like ultimately the things that are good about Twitch is you've got some cool community people still, and the chat experience is definitely better. But then it's like everything else about this platform makes me want to run away from it right now. And I say I do feel, hey Curry, how's it going? I do feel like I've probably been hurting my YouTube channel by trying to get people to split, right? It's like if I just go live on YouTube, everyone's going to get that notification and potentially like, you know, way more people could show up. Whereas coming over here and, you know, like you're still trying to get people to come over here and most people won't come over. And I think at this point, with how much like shady drama there has been around Twitch, like I have a good feeling that I'm probably going to actually do a poll on my YouTube and see if I can hopefully, like, you know, the poll will pick up some traction and actually get some votes. But I'm very curious how many people on my YouTube potentially would be interested in watching live streams, but they just think Twitch is like a toxic cesspool, so they won't come over here. I don't know. I'm just trying to think overall, right? Like, trying to rely on people subbing and shit also like isn't as good, right? You're asking like your community to give you money versus like, if I can get things to work on YouTube, it'd be nice to just make the money on ad revenue, right? And not be having to ask anybody to give me money. I don't know, like streams are pretty long. It's like a lot of watch time and watch hours if people would watch them, yada, yada. I just don't know. I think I might be hurting myself as a small creator who's not like big already, right? When you're like the big creators, I guess it makes sense, right? You got this huge YouTube and you want to kind of keep things separate and you've got your audience on Twitch also, you know, and that works. But for us smaller people, I just don't really know. Like the growth isn't there, right? Like it has been legitimately 3 or 4 months working on this Twitch now. And I gained literally 20 followers that entire time in months. To put that in perspective, I keep talking about how, right, my YouTube's been suffering. It's not been doing the best, right? But despite my YouTube suffering and not doing the best, and me still struggling to figure out like kind of what's the niche that I need to go with moving forward that people will really watch. Let me pull up my last video that I did do that was just stream clips that happened to do kind of fairly well, right? Okay. Now, this is the difference in what happens on YouTube, right? If we look at YouTube here, one video, right? One decent video that gets 2,000 views, which isn't even crazy, right? Like when my channel was doing well, if I could figure things out again, I used to have videos that got fucking 20,000, 50,000, even 80,000 views. One video that does decent gets me as many new followers or subscribers as the entire 4 months of work on Twitch. Do you see what I'm talking about? Where I think I might be fucking up and making a mistake by thinking that I can grow on Twitch. And that maybe it's stupid and all of us smaller people should be focusing on YouTube. You know, I'm just trying to figure it out. And then also this one video that did decent makes me almost $9. Not a lot, right? But it's over $8, which is like, you know, it's actually better than like, you know, I've shown videos before that made like 15 cents, right? So, you know, it's actually not bad. But the thing really is the discoverability and that ability to grow. And here's just one video is like 17 subscribers. And obviously it could be way more, right? If I pulled up stats from like old videos. Why don't I stream on YouTube right now? No, I already can do the YouTube. Like I've done YouTube live streams before. The only reason I started streaming on Twitch instead of YouTube was because the Actman and Quantum TV situation. When they had actually demonetized Actman during all of that, I was like, okay, both platforms have some fucked up shady moderation, and I don't feel comfortable with all my eggs in one basket now, and I started trying to diversify. It's like the only reason that I started streaming on Twitch in the first place was really just thinking that diversification would be smart. But as I continue to go forward with it, I'm thinking that the diversification might be kind of hurting my growth. Because my YouTube looks like it's less active because I spend my time over on the Twitch. But people don't really come from the YouTube to the Twitch, right? Like there's 98 followers here compared to, you know, 3,100 subs on YouTube. That's you know, it's an incredibly tiny conversion rate of getting people to come check out the Twitch stream. And then when I've done YouTube streams in the past, I had like 3 times as many viewers. So I just kind of think seems like I should try them some more and right see if they do better kind of like right off the bat again, and then you know just kind of see what direction to go with it, because obviously I'm just trying to grow the channels, right? Like I just want it to actually grow, and the YouTube's really hard right now. It's really difficult, and I do wonder if doing live streams would help with the growing and just in general like helping my channel look more active, right? If you spend 4 days, out of the week streaming over on Twitch and not doing as much on YouTube because you're doing it here, then you look less active there. Maybe people are thinking you're, getting less active and doing less content creating, when it's like, no guys, technically I'm doing fucking more. You're not coming over and watching me. So, if it's just there, it'll get blasted. Also, I know like you do the YouTube stuff, right? So maybe you follow stuff kind of like I do, but YouTube just announced recently, right, they're doing shorts monetization, like actual ad split shorts monetization. That's going to be a fucking big deal. They're going to rework the channel pages so that you have a different tab for your videos, a different tab for your shorts, and a different tab for your live streams. So you can just leave them all public and them not like jumble each other up. So, right, that's good. That's just like more potential for ad revenue across 3 different things. Just a bunch of stuff. They're 70-30 on everything. Twitch just told everyone yesterday that, basically, F you, we're going to completely get rid of 70-30 for everybody, even the big dogs. So even if you work and you grind really hard and you become successful on Twitch, you'll be 50-50 forever. You will have to live with knowing that every person that tries to financially support you actually gives half of their money to fucking Jeff Bezos. That right there alone doesn't feel good to me. I don't like asking people to sub knowing that fucking half the money goes to Jeff, right? Because that's not why anyone's subbing, man. People are subbing because they want to support the creator they like. Especially a small creator like me. They're subbing because they want me to be able to pay my fucking bills, not because they want Jeff to do a better job paying his fucking bills.